What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, they don't call me Ego for nothing. This is where I gotta flex, show you a little bit of something, because some of you motherfuckers are dumb. So, this is where I put you in your place. Regarding the Timothy Bradley versus Juan Manuel Marquez fight. Now, some people, for whatever reason, are up in arms about this fight. It was a split decision. I don't even think it should have been that. A lot of people booed Bradley. They're continually not giving him his respect, and I just really don't get it. Like, I don't understand. For what? What reason? I mean, this guy's had to walk through fire in his last three fights. Even before those, if you take his last three fights out of the equation, his resume is still solid. He has names like Kendall Holt, Nate Campbell, and keep in mind, this is when Nate Campbell and Kendall Holt were more formidable opponents. Some people tend to think about what happens to a fighter in recent memory. Bradley can't control that. He can't control if Kendall Holt gets washed up and Lamont Peterson later beats him. Speaking of Lamont Peterson, oh yeah, that's right. Timothy Bradley beat him also. So he has a lot of names under his belt. He has a lot of notches under his belt. I see him constantly showing improving and proving people wrong. And some people still won't give him credit. Some of you guys are, frankly, poor fucking sports. And you need to get off that shit. If you really respect the sport, then you have to embrace all the styles. Now, granted, I'm a person. I have an opinion too. What you guys call running is not running. Like, he did, what the fuck did he run? Like, you guys sound so retarded. And I hate to generalize because a lot of you guys leave very educated comments. Some of you guys probably even know more than me about boxing, which is good. That's what keeps the sport alive. But I'm targeting this to the people who leave these absurd asinine comments like, oh, Bradley's so boring. Oh, well, at the end of the day, it's Marquez's job. Marquez is one, the fighter with more experience in the sport of boxing at a pro level. Two, Marquez is the one who is trying to carve his name in history and become the first Mexican to have titles in five divisions. That is his fault. He needs to come up with a game plan, make the necessary adjustments to get his name in the history books for that record. Timothy Bradley was the champion. All you have to do is not get knocked out, not lose, and not have too close of a fight. You're the champion. All you have to do is hold your ground and protect your crown. Marquez is the one that's trying to get his name in the history books and trying to dethrone the champ. So you have to convincingly beat the champ. He did not do that. If you look at the rounds, there were some close moments. I thought personally I had Marquez winning the fight in my prediction. I was wrong, but I'm a man. I commit when I'm wrong and when I don't have an accurate prediction. There's no shame in my game because, like I said, at the end of the day, I'm not going to talk reckless, especially on legends. Marquez is a living legend. This is not a beef with him. He's been one of my favorite fighters for quite some time now. But fair is fair, and that's what you get on my channel. You're going to get a consistent, fair approach. That's it. He didn't win that fight. Like I said, if you go round by round, I honestly thought he would have some more oh shit moments because I knew going into the fight Marquez has more power than Timothy Bradley, and he's an accurate counter puncher. So I thought he would show that he's the better counterpuncher, but he really didn't in this fight. It looked like Bradley was the superior counterpuncher just because he picked his spots, he used speed, he used some movement, and he used overall boxing ability and really just outshined Marquez where Marquez couldn't get off. Marquez could never get set into his rhythm. He was always off balance, always searching, never really letting his hands go. AKA, that's Marquez's fault. Any way you slice it's Marquez's fault. You want to dethrone the champ, you have to go at him. Some people are fucking idiots and they're saying, oh, Timothy Bradley didn't take any risks. The fuck for it? Marquez is the one trying to get the fifth title and trying to dethrone the champ. Marquez needs to take the risk because obviously his game plan wasn't working. So some of you guys sound retarded. Like, I mean, I hate to just dog you guys, but you guys, some of you guys are thick. And I think in your heart of all hearts, you don't even believe some of the shit you're saying. Like, whoever, the people leaving crazy comments about, oh, Bradley's so boring and all kinds of stuff like that, step on a scale, like say you weigh 175 pounds. You get in the boxing ring with these killers, these power punchers, and whatever else, like Kovalev, someone in your respective division. Get in there with the strongest puncher in that division, like Adonis Stevenson, if you weigh 175, 168. Get in there with the Kovalev or Adonis Stevenson if you weigh 160, 158. Get in there with the Gennady Golovkin if you weigh 148. Get in there with a Marcos Maidana. Get in there with these power punchers, these killers, and you do everything that you want Timothy Bradley to do and see how long you last. And make sure when you do this, you film it and you send it my way. Directed by ego at gmail.com. Send me that video because I would love to see it, because in the end, I know what's going to happen. You guys will get knocked the fuck out. That's what will happen. You guys want Bradley to take risks and do all kinds of extra shit, and Mayweather and Rigondeaux and whoever else, Mikey Garcia, whatever. If their game plan is working, their adjustments have been made, and that's allowing them to win the fight. Richard Brill, all the fighters like that who use boxing and not necessarily one style or one-dimensional slugfest brawling. You guys do exactly what you want fighters like Timothy Bradley to do. Stand in the pocket and trade with the bigger puncher, and we will see the outcome. Like I said, don't forget, send me that video. I drink my coffee every morning. I would love to wake up and watch a video of you guys getting knocked out because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like I said, telling Timothy Bradley he needs to take more risks when he has controlled the fight, he's controlled the pace, he's clearly winning, is just absurd. It doesn't, like I said, why? That's like Jordan and playing with the Bulls. If they have a comfortable lead, why should he play like he's desperate? Why should he be trying to do these crazy circus shots or shoot the ball from half court? You don't do that shit. There's no reason to do that. In football, another strategic sport, if you have a comfortable lead, then why are you going to start playing reckless and throw Hail Marys and go for it on 4th and 8 or 4th and 11? You don't do that. You know why you don't do that? Because you're already winning and you don't want to fuck that off by playing stupid, playing like an idiot. People throw those Hail Marys or go for it on 4th and 13 and all that. They do that out of desperation because they need that in order to win. So if you're on the losing side, if you're on the B side, then you are the one that needs to make the adjustment. Point blank, period. And Nacho Beristain, legendary. He's legendary. He's a legendary trainer in Mexico and the States. He's done a hell of a job with Marquez. I didn't like how he was misleading Marquez, saying, "Oh, yeah, you're winning this. You're winning this fight." No, you're not. You need to be real with your corner. That's one thing I despise about boxing. I hate when the corner is not upfront with their fighter. If your fighter is winning, tell them they're winning. Let them know. But let them know to be cautious, be careful, and keep the lead. Joel Diaz, underrated trainer. So underrated. And I'm not comparing him to Nacho Beristain because Beristain's been in the sport longer, to my knowledge. But Diaz was a former fighter, and he's doing a hell of a job training, especially with Bradley. You look at it, listen to the advice in his corner versus Nacho Beristein's corner. Nacho, to me, was kind of falsifying information and misleading to Marquez. Like, hey, you're winning. Just let your hands go. Papi, let your hands go. Da-da. But Diaz was shooting Bradley straight. He's like, listen, you're winning this fucking fight. Don't you get in there and fucking, like, he was just being straight up and so real with Timothy Bradley. I have no choice but to respect it. He was shooting Bradley straight. He was like, you're winning. He's gonna go in there. He's gonna give it everything he has. But he was just saying, he was giving him the keys to victory, the way to succeed. Diaz was telling Bradley, don't get reckless. Don't overexchange with this guy. He's going to be desperate in the 12th round. Props to Diaz. But like I said, I don't really appreciate Nacho's approach to this fight. His fighter wasn't winning, and he was saying he was winning. And that was clearly not the case. But give the man Bradley his props. It is what it is. Give him his props. Whether you're salty about the Pacquiao controversial victory, even without that fight, take that out of the equation. Just act like that fight never happened. He still has a solid resume, probably better than your favorite fighter. You know what I mean? He probably has better performances. You can look at the Ruslan Provodnikov fight. And that was a hell of a fight. How is this dude boring? I mean, that's to me, that's the fight to beat in terms of fight of the year. So you're saying this dude is boring. He's not going to fight every fight like that. And if he does, he's a chump. If he fights every fight like that, not knowing what the other person brings to the table, then he's an idiot. So props to Bradley for sticking to his game plan. If he would have fought the Ruslan Provodnikov style of fight against Marquez, he'd be laid out on a stretcher, going to the hospital. Without a doubt in my mind, Marquez is not going to have that. Marquez will capitalize on any vulnerabilities that he's seen. The problem is he wasn't able to capitalize because he didn't see too many holes that he can exploit. He couldn't lure Timothy Bradley into a trap, therefore he lost the fight. But it was a hell of a fight. I liked it. Some people are like, oh, would you rather watch this or Rios Alvarado? Frankly, I like them both, and that's real. I'm a boxing fan. I'm a boxing head, whatever you want to call me. I love boxing. So I do like a scrap where they're just like all out war. You know what I mean? Like who would deny that? But at the same time, I love to see Bradley or Mayweather because there's always an element of danger when Mayweather's in there with a big ass Canelo who has boxing skill and has shown improving and is undefeated. You never know what's going to happen until the final bell. Like, what if Canelo landed something huge and it just rocked Mayweather like Mosley did in the second round? What if Canelo did that late out of desperation? You never know. So it's not a foregone conclusion that Mayweather will win or that Bradley would win fighting in any style. Marquez is a very accurate counterpuncher and he's very experienced and he had more power than Bradley. So to me, there's always that element of danger of what's going to happen next. So I enjoy both fights just the same. Some of you guys, I guess our society or whatever, you guys don't, you like it spelled out for you. And that's why fights like Bradley Marquez may not appeal to you. Like if you go see a horror movie, you have to see all the vulgar, the guts spilling out and people getting their throats slit out and esophagus ripped out and hearts coming out of their mouth and all kinds of extra shit. You have to see that shit that would make some people squeamish, that excessive gore. But me, I could appreciate that, but at the same time, a movie could be equally scary just by how it's presented, the dialogue, and what they make you think about. And that's the same thing with this boxing shit. A fight with Bradley and Marquez is just as exciting to me because there's always an element of danger, and one punch could really alter the whole fight. Like, if I would have turned off Mickey Bay versus John Molina Jr., let's say I was like, man, this shit is a wash because that's the way it was looking. I was like, fuck, there's no hope for Molina Jr. No hope. And then in the 12th round, he landed something and rocked Bay, and he just got on top of him and got him out of there. You know what I mean? So had I turned it off, I wouldn't have been able to see that. And that's what happens in boxing. So Marquez could have did that if he had a better game plan, if he made more adjustments. Fact of the matter is he didn't. So some of you dumbasses get on this computer and you wait after the fight, after you've seen everything, you've seen it in its entirety, and now you want to comment, oh, Bradley's boring, oh, this and that. Like, shut the fuck up. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. As always, hate, comment, or subscribe. Till next video, it's the Ego signing off.